Hello YouTube, my name is Anthony. You should know me as Anthony and AirBY5000, which would be in the bottom corner here on full screen. Welcome to part 13 of the Great American Tour. Here I am in the Mercedes F1 car. I am back at the Unisphere to start this episode off. In this episode, I already have a waypoint. We are heading to Long Island Speedrome, and then to Pro Racing Headquarters for the Jersey racetrack, and then down to Washington, D.C., check out all the famous landmarks there, and then we'll finish off at Daytona Beach, which sadly does not have Daytona International Speedway. I mean, they have Little Eagle, which is pretty similar to Indianapolis, but they don't have Daytona International for Daytona Beach, which is a little bit upsetting. But let's begin with this road trip. This is the RB14, and I have it set up to look like number 44 Mercedes Petronas Formula 1 car. And let's begin. There's a live reward somewhere around here. I'm just going to ignore it. This thing's pretty squirmy. Turn down here. So yeah, welcome to part 13. Not sure what to commentate except driving. I just crashed into a Durango and a Crown Vic. I wonder what series I should do after I complete this, because this is part 13 of 15 parts, so I'm really close to the end. Once I complete this, there's only 3 more locations to go to. 3 more cities. And three cities divided into 2 episodes. In the next episode, I'll go from Daytona to Port Canaveral for the Kennedy Space Center, and then to New Orleans, and then the final episode, I will head to Miami to finish it off. I started off in Seattle, also we made it to Long Island Speedrome. I started from Seattle and ending in Miami. Sort of doing like an up and down thing. I went from Seattle to San Francisco, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Salt Lake City, right there. And then I went up to the North Mountains, Yellowstone, and then I went down to St. George, then the Grand Canyon, and then Area 51, which is somewhere around here-ish. And then I went more south to Big Land Plain Cemetery. Area 51 is up here. Okay. And then here is Big Land. And then I went to the Meteor Crater. And then after going to the Meteor Crater, I went to Monument Valley. And then to Dallas. And then up north to St. Louis. And then Johnstown with the Little Eagle Speedrome and the Windmill Dirt Track. Then I went back to St. Louis to go up to Pikes Peak, then up to Mount Rushmore, which is somewhere around here, and then Chicago, Detroit, Shipwreck, that's right there, wrecked ship, and then Detroit to Niagara Falls, then down to New York, which is where I am at, then Long Island, New Jersey, and then Washington, Daytona, Cape Canaveral, New Orleans, and then ending it off at Miami, down here at the cruise ship. That has been the schedule, and we're on part 13 of 15. We're almost done. So, yeah. Welcome to Long Island Speedrome. There's multiple ways to go, so starting off like this. Starting off from going under the road. That'll be going under the road will be the start finish line. So the first thing you can do is go here and then up here. Even though it's an oval, there's still multiple tracks you can go through. And then over here, this one's a bit more complicated because it's a bit trickier because it's a tight road and there's traffic cars. So there is the first way you can do it. Here's the second way. You can go around the inner circle, which is more or less a perfect circle. Like so. And then what you can do, take the first turn for here, but then instead of turning immediately, you go around the outside section here, which is it's the biggest turn. And then next lap you can do is go straight, and then this is a slightly tighter turn than the other one. And then instead of going straight, you turn down this way. And then the final option is to just go around the outside loop. And also going around the outside loop, because one turn is bigger than the other, it's kind of like Darlington. If you know what Darlington is from NASCAR. Darlington Motor Speedway, I think it is. But yeah, one turn, so this is the first turn, and then this would be the back stretch of it. And here is the second turn. And then here's the front stretch, and the start-finish line is about here. And then it's a wide turn like this. Darlington is known for doing... Whoa! I went up to the wall. Oh, and I hit a thing. The walls here are not very good. You can see that there's gaps in them, and as you just saw, it's very easy for your car to get caught on one of them, because they aren't really placed perfectly. But as I was saying, Darlington is known for the Darlington Throwback Weekend, where the NASCAR drivers have throwback paint schemes to either themselves, to maybe just have it look like a classic car, or to a older driver. I am done here. Excuse me, sir? Do you need any assistance? No, I'm good. Okay, then. As I was saying, yeah, Darlington, and then, yeah, I'm done here with, Long Island. So the next location is go to the complete opposite side of the, to the trifecta thing for New York. Zoom in. It is the, New Jersey racetrack. and the New Jersey racetrack is where the pro racing headquarters is. So what I'm driving here is from the pro racing headquarters in the Alpha Grand Prix thing. Which when you're spawning it is if you're looking from the front of the boat, it's to the right. The front of the boat, and then behind the boat is the plane. To the left is the touring cars, which are like standard racing cars, and then to the right is the Alpha Grand Prix cars, which is what I'm driving now. The Formula 1 cars. And then a bit more to the right, like continue diagonally right from the Alpha Grand Prix, and you can go to the Ultimate. You can check out the Pro Racing Ultimate vehicle, which is the Aston Martin Vulcan. Anyways, yeah, I'm currently on my way to New Jersey. Well, I am surprised at how much damage that delivery truck just did to me. Like, all I did was sideswipe it, and it launched me into a tree. I think it might have hit my back tire. I got a stuffy nose. Once again, there's the beeping of the box. No, I'm gonna actually find it. Oh, it's in that direction. I'm gonna actually find that box. Oh, there it is. Get some F1 parts while I'm here. There we go. A gearbox and a motor core. Anyway, back on to the road trip. Ooh, the fog has cleared, which is nice. That's a Durango. I've been recording for 12 minutes and I only have 32 minutes of record time. So let's try and go a bit faster. I think I'm actually gonna have to save Daytona for next episode. Yeah, how about I do Daytona and Cape Canaveral in the next episode, and then in the finale I'll go to New Orleans and Miami. Yeah. Guys, I don't think I'll have enough time to get to get all the way down to Florida while after exploring around all of Washington, D.C. Doesn't help that it's been all one take so far. I haven't paused the recording yet. Oh, getting onto the highway. I need to cross the ocean in order to get to New Jersey. In fact, I need to cross the ocean to get to Manhattan, because that was all just Long Island there. Try to slow down, but I still hit the outside wall. And I completely overshot that. I'm going to sort of speed this up a bit so that I have time to do everything. If this recording cuts out all of a sudden, then it's because I ran out of storage. going into a tunnel. Here's the New Jersey tunnel. In the last episode, we went through this tunnel just in the other direction. Oh, there's a bus. And welcome to New Jersey. To you too. Out of my way. There's a nice little hotel thing there. Oh. Come on, go, 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 go. So I'll show you all the paths, but it'll only be going in one direction since, you know, time crunch. So, option 1 is just follow the oval. Oh, there's a screenshot. Boop. So yeah, the first option is you can just follow the oval. And then here is Pit Road. If you want to drive into Pro Racing Headquarters, go through that gap right there. That gap will bring you to, it'll bring you inside the headquarters. Next thing you can do is you can do the oval, but smaller. You can use this and go straight. And here is like the main road course, so there's a sharp corner there, and then a straightaway, and then an S, and then a hairpin right here, like so. And then if you want, you can go straight and head back through the oval, which I will not do. You can go straight through there. It started raining, so it's lagging. Oh no. Big turn there, and then turns, very sharp turn here. Go through here, and then you can go through here, but slow down and take this part, which at the end of it is a very tight hairpin. It's a paperclip turn. And then go around here, and then you can go back onto the oval. And then what you can do, if this will clear, is you can take this road and go through here. And if you pair this style up with the smaller oval turn, so that this turn, and then taking the other turn, which is right here, then you can have like a small oval, like a small inner oval track. Let me set the next location so I have time. Okay, I'm back. I only have 12 minutes to record, so I'm gonna be a bit quick. So now we are heading to Washington, D.C., which, relative to New York, is pretty much neighboring cities in this game. Which I don't think that's how it is in real life. I need to stop crashing into traffic. So much traffic. Oh, the car turned too sharp. Ah! No, couldn't fit. I think in order for it to not cut out, I'm going to, once I get to Washington D.C., or the place I'm going to, the waypoint I have set is the White House. Once I get there, I'm gonna teleport around. Well, teleporting to you, I'll drive to each location myself. But in order to save time, I'm going to cut the video when driving to the next location. Whoa. Welcome to Washington, D.C. It's pretty dark, cloudy, and foggy, but it's Washington, D.C. Welcome, everybody, to the White House. This is where Donald Trump sort of lives. Oh, camera was tilted up. But yeah, welcome to the White House. Someone just said, want a race? Not really. Welcome to the White House. Here it is. And it is, in fact, possible to use a bike to get up these stairs. That's a pretty cool camera, having it be, since you can't go through the ground, you can just sort of fly down the stairs. But besides that, here's the White House. On to the Capitol building, which is right now. So here is the Capitol building. I'm not really sure what goes on in the Capitol building, but here it is. Onto the Washington Monument, which is the big spire. And here it is. So here is the Washington Monument, a giant spire into the sky. Can't really go that far up. You can see my tiny little F1 car. From this high, it looks like a tiny little toy car. That's it right there in the center of the screen. F1 car. And giant spire. So here's sort of it at ground level. I'll sort of get as close as I can and then sort of be the size of a human. That's how big it is. And now off to the Lincoln Memorial, which if I fly up, that's it right there. Teleport now. And there we go. We are now here. I tried to do sort of the same angle. There is my F1 car, as well as a taxi that is in the grass. I'm not sure why he's there. I swear I didn't hit him. He was just in the grass. You can see it did sort of a drift. But anyways, here is the Lincoln Memorial. Let's see how close I can hit. About there. Let me get a bit closer. Also, right here is the infinity pool, I believe it's what it's called. Here, let me get a aerial view. There we go, here's an aerial view of it. And there is my F1 car right there for scale of how big this thing is. But yeah, there's that. Off to the closer Lincoln Memorial. And here is the closer Lincoln Memorial. And then there's my car. Now, one thing that is just pure laziness on Ubisoft's part is if I zoom in, I don't think that's Abraham Lincoln last I checked. Yeah, they just use a generic statue instead of using, his actual statue. they modeled other things like buildings like the Empire State Building and the Washington monuments. So I wonder why they couldn't have simply modeled the Lincoln Memorial instead of using this woman. Oh, hi, this woman statue. But besides that, here's a group of people. I am going to chat with these people. Um, Thank you all for watching this episode. A friend just came online. Um, Thank you all for watching this episode. If you are new here, subscribe to my channel. Also check out my second channel, Annar NASCAR. And that is co-owned by my friend Ryan from Rhino Racing 4. Check out both of those channels, as well as the rest of the playlist, if you haven't seen it already, of the rest of the road trip to see how we got here in Washington, D.C. So thank you all for watching, and goodbye.